Yo, what's going on guys? It's Philly here, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial video on how to play a tournament set in Smash 4. The reason that I'm doing this video is because when I go to tournaments, I notice that a lot of people don't know how to do this correctly. And this may not seem like a big deal, but in fact counterpicking can actually really determine the outcome of a set, especially if players are similar in skill level, so it's a good idea for everyone to know how to do this. I got the idea for this video from Kira, who posted a similar video for Smash Bros. Melee on his YouTube channel, and I'll post that video in the description so you guys can check it out if you want to. So the first thing you should do when you sit down to play a tournament set is just to make sure that the rules are set properly. So for the NUC series, the stock should be set to 2, and timer should be set to 6 minutes. Also, customs are going to be allowed for NUC, so go to the right hand corner at the top and make sure you click the customs button to turn them on. Now both players should pick their characters. Ideally, this should be done at the same time to prevent counterpicking. If either player thinks their opponent is trying to counterpick them in the first game, you can do what's called a double blind pick, and this is where players will whisper their character selection to a third person who's not playing, and that person will then announce the two characters. In this way, both players do not know their opponent's character selection before they pick their own character. So now a stage needs to be decided for Game 1. For Game 1, there are 4 stages available: Battlefield, Final Destination, Smashville, and Dreamland. The list of starter stages is different for pretty much every tournament, so make sure you check your tournament rules so you know which stages are available. Now both players play rock, paper, scissors. Let's say player 1 wins rock, paper, scissors. That means player 1 gets to strike a stage first that they do not want to play on. Player 1 does not want to play on Battlefield. Now player 2 gets to strike a stage. He doesn't want to play on Dreamland. Now there are 2 stages left. Player 1 gets to select which stage to strike. He strikes Final Destination, and that means that Smashville is the stage that Game 1 will be played on. At this point, you guys can shake hands or do a fist bump and get right into the first game on Smashville. So it looks like player 1, who is using Pikachu, won the first game. At this point, stages will now be selected. For Game 2, 6 more stages become available. They are Town and City, Lilac Cruise, Halberd, Castle Siege, Delfino Plaza, and Duck Hunt. So the winning player, which in this case was player 1, gets to pick 2 of these stages he does not want to play on in Game 2 and ban them. So it looks like Delfino Plaza and Castle Siege were the 2 selected stages. Therefore, player 2 gets to pick the stage from the remaining 8. Player 2 picks Halberd, so that means Game 2 will be played on Halberd. At this point, characters will now be selected. Player 1 won the last game, so he must pick his character first. Player 1 decides to stay with Pikachu. Now player 2 gets to pick his counterpick character, and it looks like they selected Mario. Now that the stage and the characters are selected, you guys can do another fist bump or a handshake and get right into the game on Halberd. Okay, so it appears that player 2 won on his counterpick stage in Game 2. So now the same process is repeated from before Game 2 for Game 3. So again, there are 10 stages available, but this time, since player 1 won the first game on Smashville, that means Smashville is not allowed to be played. Now, player 2, who just won the last game, gets to ban 2 stages, and it looks like FD and Duck Hunt are the stages he does not want to play on. So again, player 1, who lost the game, gets to pick the stage, and they pick Battlefield. So again, you go back to the character select screen, and player 2 won the last game, so he picks his character first. Player 2 decides to stay with Mario, and now player 1 gets to pick their counterpick character. And it looks like Yoshi is the character they're going to go with. So again, stages and characters have both been selected, so that you can get right into the game on Battlefield. So it looks like player 1 has won Game 3 on Battlefield using Yoshi. At this point, the score is 2-1, and if the set was best of 3, the set is now over. So one of the players should go to the tournament organizer and report the score of the set, which was 2-1 for player 1. So this is going to be the end of my tutorial video on how to play a tournament set in Smash 4. Thank you guys for watching, and if this was helpful, let me know. I'd love to hear the feedback. See you guys later.